Hi, so welcome to the Red Nails podcast. It's me, Portia Coco, or Portia. Oh my gosh, this person's cutting in. What is up with these manners? Anyways, so currently I'm driving, and I figured, you know what? Let's just do a podcast while I'm driving. Basically, what's happened, I'm solely going to focus just the podcast, and I need to focus more on that. Why? Because, damn, you guys actually like it, and I was shocked. And, why did I stop? Well, I'm going to keep it real with you. I stopped because I was having a lot of anxiety, not because of you guys or anyone who actually listens. I got anxiety because of my sorority. Yes, I am very thankful for all the opportunities I've had in terms of friendships. I have made a few.
At the next light, turn left.
There she is talking. I have a few friends that I am ultimately grateful I have met, who have absolutely changed my life forever. However, there are people that I do not get along with. I don't care. I will name names. Basically, what happened was that one of the girls, I just got anxiety because basically,
turn left onto York Boulevard.
It all started when I had an anxiety attack at Coachella. And when I had this anxiety attack at Coachella, the whole essence of it was that a woman was harassing me. I was obviously, at the bar and at the fence, and the woman was just grabbing my hand, harassing me multiple times. It was just horrible, and I literally had to call up security, and she was obsessed with me, kept grabbing me, and the first time it happened, I started hysterically crying. It was during Calvin Harris. What do you expect? Thanks, Cal. I'm joking. It's not Calvin Harris's fault. And also, and adding another factor, I was alone, which is not a smart idea at all. Don't go alone to a set by yourself, because you might get anxiety for a little bit. I went with my friends, and I just didn't go with them to this set because I was very adamant about seeing Blackpink. And then I was just like, you know what? Let's just go to Calvin after, which was a horrible idea, because I just wanted to prove a point to myself, I guess. That sucked, because after that, she just kept touching me, and I started crying. I don't know what came over me. And then the second time she did it, when Calvin's playing, When I Met You in the Summer, I just started breaking down. It was this woman who was about my age, who the first time she harassed me, she asked me where I was from. I mean, of course, I don't have to make it a whole race thing. It's not a whole race thing, but I took it as a race thing at that moment. When she was trying to harass me and try to bump me off my spot. And of course I started crying hysterically because, maybe it is a race thing. Maybe she is racist. But yeah, the security was very nice. And then the second time she harassed me, she just grabbed my hand, and I just I lost it. When the security told her to leave me alone. They told her to leave me alone, and she didn't. So I started hysterically crying. They took me out. I was videotaping the floor because I was like, I want evidence that this happened, which is the worst idea, because security then didn't take me seriously. They thought I just wanted to see Calvin, which is not true, because I really don't care about Calvin Harris. The only celebrity was I really care about Blackpink, and everyone else can just go. Anyways, so that happened, and I was just losing it, okay? It was so bad. And I was just crying on the floor, and the security's like, wait, holy moly, holy shit, wait, she actually was passing out. And, which is true, and it was just crazy. So that happened, and that was crazy. I don't know how to describe it. So then they actually did take me seriously, take me to the back, and try to calm me down and stuff. Dude, I even peed on a toilet seat. That is horrifying. I had to go to the restroom midpoint, and they were like, oh, go to this porta potty, and the porta potty I just couldn't see it. And like I had so much like blood fueled into my brain. So then luckily like they had me, luckily I found my friends. Thank God, like the phone worked. I don't know what, like the signal at Coachella is so bad. No one really talks about that. It's so bad. You're dusty, you're crusty, and your phone don't work. So that happened. Just take a camera to Coachella. Don't even take a phone at this point. Phones do not work whatsoever. And that is embarrassing. So anyway, so I came back and I just like was like, oh my gosh, who's really with me and who's not? Who's a ride or die? Okay, and basically that the day before, like I called my parents. I'm like, Mom, Dad, I had an anxiety attack at Coachella. And like, just, let me tell you though, when you like, I never experienced an anxiety attack in my life. And like what happened was I was hysterically crying. I didn't want like specific people to touch me or I would just cry more. And like I was hyperventilating. I couldn't breathe. I was shaking my fingers, everything. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I was losing it. I was scared for my life. And I mean, you can't blame me. I was scared and terrified. So when that happened, I was just like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? Mom, Dad, this happened. And obviously they didn't like get it, which like, it's okay. Sometimes like parents in this generation, they're not fully educated on like mental health, which is totally fine. Like, it happens, Mom. It happens, Dad. Like, I'll forgive you. So then they were like, oh, did it cost any money? Did you call an ambulance? Did it cost money? And then I was like, oh my gosh, do you guys care for me? So, like, I came into this false impression that my parents didn't care for me. And you know what? They love me today. Like, they love me, okay? Let's just be clear.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Garfield Avenue.
Okay, wait. Let me switch lanes for a second. I gotta be a safe girl. And I was just so sad. I was so sad. I was like, and then so I got into a really big fight with my parents, and then I posted an inappropriate photo online that day. It was not my best. I was not naked or anything. Let's be clear. I was not naked. I had clothes on. It was just, I was just posing in an inappropriate way. Like, I just posted with my butt up near a Ferris wheel. It's like, it wasn't like inappropriate, but like, it could easily be like looked upon like that, and I get it. So my parents were like, so I blocked them from like everything, from contacting me. The only way they could contact me is through email or through my brother, which is like crazy. Yes, I know. So that happened, and we were in a horrible fight. Horrible. Like, this was probably the worst fight we've ever had.
Stay in the left lane.
Well, left lane? Woman? I switched lanes for nothing. Let me in! I was like, oh my gosh, like, so they cut me off my credit card, which was horrible, okay? Because, like, I'm not a working person. I am in college. I do not have access to funds because I work. I do have a job, venture capital, slay, right? Part-time, though. Pay, like, minimum wage. But I love my job. Absolutely love it. Love it to the moon. I'll talk about passions one day so you guys will be like, whoa! Whoa! And like, you know, like finding my whole career path and like still finding my career path to this day. You know, it's very important to find out what you're passionate about and just keep to it. Because honestly, I'm grateful that I found my passion at such a young age. But like, I want to use that ability to like talk more, work more, meet more inspiring people to make me a better person. And I bet you guys would say the same. I'll talk about like, you know, my whole process of applying and like areas like that, a school, but whichever way, here we go.
Go past the stop sign. Then at the next one, turn right.
When my credit card was cut off, it was horrible, and I only had a burger left, and it was a burger connected to my hometown. And basically, I ate half of it, and I put it back in the fridge. And since then, somebody decided to eat my burger that's already eaten and put it back. And also, they ate, like, the patty and everything. They ate the whole patty and left, like, the bread in the middle. Like, are you that stupid? Like, if you're hungry, go take someone else's food. Also, like, it's eaten food. It's eating food. Have respect. So I typed it in the group chat, in the sorority group chat, which is like not my best, I will say. And then I was like, who took my burger? And then like they started, and then I said I had an anxiety attack, and then they made fun of like mental health and areas like that, which is like truly disrespectful. I just couldn't deal with them anymore. They are really shallow, one of the most freaking shallow people on the planet. Yes, and then like my best friend, who I thought was my best friend at the time, I mean, like, she was itching out, to be honest, because like she talked about the same thing over and over again, and she didn't have hobbies, you know, like she didn't have hobbies. Like Layla didn't have hobbies. Like she just studied all day, which is like kudos to her. She's freaking smart. I will never like ever say that. But she did lack hobbies. She did lack like the ability. And then like also she would tell me not to tell people other things, but then she would go off tell people like things that I said, which was like, hello.
In 1.8
Anyways,
miles, turn left onto East Mission Road.
I'll talk about like my friendship breakup, things like that in another episode. Like how friendship breakups, like it can be good, but it can suck. But like sometimes it's worth it. Cause like it's really hard. Like I was truly heartbroken when like she did not stick by me at all. She was not concerned. Nana stuck by me. Nana's a real one. Nana stuck by me. She spoke for me. She was legit. Okay? She was the real one. I will never, ever backtrack on that girl. Because she was always real for me. She always stood by me. She always told me the truth. No matter what. And, like, that is full-on respect. That is respect. And that is what true friendship should be. And I've been striving to look for that type of friendship all my life. God, I'm getting emotional when I'm driving a car and I'm, like, talking. Which is like, oh, my God. Anyways, so that was so impactful on me and my life and like everything. You know, Layla didn't check in on me. Like a few people did. Like I'm thankful for that. A few people did check in on me, which is great. And then after that, it was invite that Thursday, and you know, like people were making fun of me in the group chat, and like and I left and stuff like that. And like they didn't understand what I was going through because I wasn't telling the truth. I wasn't being full front and forward. But you know, but I was full front about like my anxiety attack. I was. And yet people did not sympathize with it. They did not sympathize. Oh, you were harassed. You know, you were harassed and you had an anxiety attack. But you know what? We're not going to sympathize with you. That was truly disgusting. So, you know what? I get why people on side chat are hating my sorority. I would too. Did I write anything hateful? No. Okay? I'm not that petty. So, I'm like, you know, and Thursday comes out. I'm like partying it up with Nana, shaking ass. And then basically what happens after that, it's just like, they were recording us. Like, you really have to be so insecure to stare at us and record us just having fun. Like, I know you can't dance like us. I know you want to dance like us, but you can't, okay? If you're so, like, if you can't...
1 mile, turn left onto East Mission Road.
If your goal is to make people insecure and, like, you know, just because you cannot handle it, just go away. Or mind your own business. Like, you can't just, like, record people and make fun of them. Like, that's, like, disgusting. That's disgusting. That's disgusting, Greta. I said it. That's disgusting. Anyways, like, it's just, it's like, just leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. Like, I'm asking and I'm begging for you. Like, because the thing is like, I chose to mind my business for the rest of the year. I just didn't want to deal with it. And, you know, what that comes with, you know, when you want to just mind, like, when I just want to mind my own business, they just don't leave me alone. And it's like, leave me alone. Oh my God, my phone is like hot. So I just want to be left alone. And then at the end of the year, like, the guy that I've been that I've been wanting for the whole semester is like making it somewhat obvious, and it's just doesn't work out. It didn't work out with Vincent, let me tell you that. It's just, he was too immature. I clearly communicated what I wanted, and why I don't want to go back to school next year. But I have like one more year left. It's fine. Like, it's just, I'm in this weird limbo where like I'm imagining my life already, where I know what I want, and I just feel like life is being so slow, but it's okay. Like, we have to live in the present. My brother lives in the present all the time, and I admire him for it. I wish that I can live in the present like him. It's very aspirational. I love it for him. Good job. Kudos to you. I wish that I could live in the present. It's just, living in the present is great because, like, it's just like, I'm too much of a future thinker, but there's so many pros to being a future thinker and to be prepared about everything in life. But, you know, sometimes it's a little different, where, no, you just can't stop thinking about your future, which is like, okay, like, it's normal, you know? Like, sometimes we can't stop thinking about our future, and like, we're excited, always excited about the future, and like, sometimes, you know, that can be a con. But, you know, I am not excited to start school again. I think, like, it's just the thought of it, dealing with people who, I mean, there are people I love, okay, but it's only like a few, and there's people like I absolutely just can't deal with, which is very true and relevant. And it's like, okay, like, I just need to be properly, I just want to live my own life, and I'm tired of people, you know, talking about me, as I'm saying this on like a podcast and like airing out all my dirty drama. Yeah, sure, definitely. It's just, you know, I get so tired of like people coming up with rumors, and it's just, you know, there was a rumor I gave head to Johnny on a bus. Yeah, a rumor that I gave head to Johnny on a bus. First of all, I've never given head, so F off. Second of all, that was somebody that I did love very dearly, and, you know, it sucked. It sucked because I fell in love with him, and that took me forever to get over, because it made me really question about, like, myself and my, you know, but Vincent gave me that confidence that I can walk away and say no from people, which is great. It's like, each boy comes with, like, a good thing, which is, like, honest to God, like, you know, sometimes, like, it's a blessing, because honestly, like, Vincent was an upgrade from Johnny, okay? He was, except Johnny, like, was such a gentleman, okay? It's just that Vincent had a better work ethic than Johnny. You know, he woke up early in the morning, he always had goals. It was just nice to be with somebody, well, like, in theory, I was never with him, but it was nice to like somebody who, again, who had real aspirations, and that was very admirable. Now, going back to school, I just don't know. I think, like, I'm scared. That's why I don't want to go back. I'm scared. I'm honest, I'm scared. But, you know, like, Nana even had mentioned that she was scared. I was like, girl, what? So, like, no, she wasn't scared. She just didn't want to. Two different things. I personally...
In 1.1 miles, turn right onto West Mission Road.
I personally don't want to either. It's just, like, you know, people get too instigated in my life, and, like, yes, I know that, like, you know, that's what happens in life, and, like, you gotta get used to it. Yes, I get it. Okay, I get it. That's, like, what happens in life, and I gotta get used to it. But personally, do I think I'm ready to do this again? No, I'm not. And, you know, the other day I was actually hanging out with my friend Sapanta. He's my longest friend. Like, the friend I've had for the longest in my life. And, like, I can never eliminate him from my life, because he's the only proof I have that I'm not the problem. And I'm joking. It's not. If Sapanta truly is a great person, he truly wants the best for me, I truly want the best for him. It's like our friendship's, like, deep, you know? We've known each other for years. I think of him like a deep friend, and, like, you know, somebody I can always depend on when needed. You know, I think that's very rare in life, and I'm grateful to find somebody like that. You know, I was talking to him, he's like, oh, I'm so happy for school. He is, because he has a girlfriend, and he loves spending time with her, and he loves to have private time with her. And he's getting sick and tired of his parents. I love my parents. I'm not sick and tired of them right now. But I you know, Sapanta actually made me edge a little bit. Made me be like, oh, I want to go back. But then, like, thinking about it again, like, I know I shouldn't, you know, be excited for, like, the next stage of my life. And I'm just so excited to be an adult. I know that sounds like, I was just like this in high school. I was like, I'm so excited to go for college. And you know what? It's very exciting. You know what? Like, I got so excited because, like, college...
Then at the next one, turn right.
College